Everybody has people who they look up to, who they watch. You know, like you was talking about before in the back, how you looked up to Allen Iverson. You started wearing the bracelet just because Allen Iverson wore it. And you know, you look up to somebody, but you look up to them and you can say, okay, what they do here is not what I'm choosing to do, even though I still look up to them. Talk about that aspect of that track that you wrote about 50J and Weezy.
Sure. So the best feeling in life is to be yourself and to get celebrated for being yourself. And when I realized that I could look at someone else who was being themselves and they were doing well at that, but where it started getting dangerous is if I try to be exactly like this person, now I'm not being myself. Because if I'm trying to be like you so much, then I'm not being who God made me to be. And when I talk about seventh grade, keep in mind, how many of y'all are in here with somebody who you would consider to be a close friend of yours? Anybody? Yeah, all of y'all. Oh, I got my ride or die in here, my day one, all that stuff, right? Watch this. That's how I felt in seventh grade. But out of 6 people, imagine when it gets to the point where one of my day ones gets a new habit. He starts stealing out of girls' purses who we go to school with, right? That's what he's getting into. Another one, he steals out of Tower Records when we catch the bus home on Canal Street. That's his thing he gets into. 2 other ones, they start smoking weed on the way to school in the morning instead of walking straight to the school. All of a sudden, these are my friends, but they're doing things that's their choices. And I know that that's not really my, that's not my lane is to do that stuff. So in these moments, I start to decide, you know what? I'm cool with being different from them, and I'm just going to stay focused on being myself. And at first, the very thing that people make fun of you for, eventually they will admire you for it. And now, out of those people that I named to y'all, some of them, they have jobs, they work in New Orleans. One of them got killed, he got murdered, unfortunately. One of them is doing 20 years in jail. But I guarantee you that if we were to talk to any of them, because the ones who are still alive, they'll still tell you, man, we used to make fun of you, David, but you're the only one who graduated from college out of us, and you're doing well now, man. We appreciate you for that. And to get back to E-Time's point, I made a song about Jay-Z, 50 Cent, and Lil Wayne. What I learned early on is just because you don't agree with someone's actions doesn't mean that you have to hate the person. So you can hate the sin but love the sinner. Because just like my friend is stealing out of her purse, or he's stealing from this store, or they're smoking weed, on the way to school, I'm not perfect either. And we have to have a whole nother panel for me to talk about all of the issues that I have, you know what I mean? Because I'm not perfect either. So that being said, when I made this song, it wasn't because I wanted to see harm done to Jay-Z, 50 Cent, or Lil Wayne, but it's because I got to a point in my maturity where I realized you can know how to disagree with someone and still have love for them. But you don't have to be afraid to confront them about what they're doing that's wrong. That's when you really love them. It's like, oh, you really her Dee-1? Oh, that's really your dog? If that's really your dog, then when you see him messing up, won't you tap him on the shoulder and say, come on, bro, you know you don't need to be doing that. If that's really your dog. And I learned this, y'all, so hopefully my experience can make y'all better. You know why? Because my friend who started stealing out of Tower Records and who started going catch the cut and going smoke, that's also the one who got murdered. And that was my best friend. And when I saw his life changing in 7th grade, I don't know how many of y'all in 7th grade. That's one of the most crucial ages in life. Because those middle school years, I saw somebody who I loved dearly changing, but because that was my boy and I was so young, I was like, man, that's gonna be weird if I try to talk to him. What I look like telling him, hey man, don't do this. I'm gonna look like a goody two-shoes. I'm gonna look like a coward. Literally, that's the stuff that so I watched his life change. And after a while, he was too far gone. So when I made the song J50 and Weezy, it's because as a grown man, I realized something. Everyone in here has a talent. Everyone in here has a passion. And everyone in here has a purpose. But if I see you using your talent for the wrong reasons, then I have to tell you something. Because that talent is powerful. That talent can speak life or death into people. That talent can make the world better or make the world worse. So if I see anybody who is using their talent, but they're using it for the wrong reasons, it's my responsibility, and it's everyone up here's responsibility, and it's your responsibility to find a way to let them know we don't support that, man. I still love you, but we don't don't support how you're doing what you're doing. And it's very easy to do that with people we don't know, but it's very hard to do it with people we do know. So it was easy. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It was easy for me to make a song called J50 and Weezy. You know why? Because I don't know them dudes. I don't have their cell phone number. It's not like they're gonna call me and say, bro, I'm outside the door. We need to talk about that song you made. I don't know them. But you know what's harder? To make a song about people who I live in New Orleans with, who rap, and who I see using their talents for the wrong reasons. That's harder. So we sympathize and we understand what y'all are going through when it's like, yo, you see people around you who are not doing the right thing. How many of y'all know somebody at school that is a bully? Raise your hand. Somebody that is a bully, all right? Now, I'm gonna flip it on y'all. Somebody let me know. Why do you think a lot of people don't confront that bully and tell them that that's not right and they need to stop? Because they're scared?